This is where I grew up, in the Kenwood area. My mom, my little sister in this little townhouse right here. And I remember when I was a little kid, made a little box here to practice my pitching. If I threw it too high, it'd break a window, and my mom would whip my butt, so I knew I had to throw strikes, and it just helped me. And my dad would come pick me up some weekends, and he would tell me, hey, good job, but that box looks pretty big. So when I had it built at first, it was about this wide and that tall, and after he told me that, I made it real small. It was about this big, and I would throw about 100 to 200 balls a day, and I'd only land about 10 or 20 in the box. But when I got on the field, the name for that catcher's glove, if I used to miss by an inch or two, it was still a strike. So that always helped me out. So this is where it all started here at Shoesmith Park. And every time I come up here, it just takes me back to all of the great values that I learned about not just baseball, but life. Some of the best memories of my life were right here at this field. Pretty much took my first steps out here. 1980, 1981, right around that time when I was just, a baby. With my mom, Jenny Walker, and Paula Catoni, and Donna Fleming helped start this league. It started off as a small little league, but it really turned into heaven for all kids who wanted to play ball. Some of the best baseball players I saw in my life played out here. Simeon, Winston, Delbert, Pete, Josh Granger, Florenzo, Dan Pettigrew, Beeve and Brad, Ye, Fat Man, rest in peace, who just passed this year. Just a bunch of guys, we used to get after it. And even when we didn't have a game, we came up here. Like, this is where you went after school. There were people from all types of different socioeconomic backgrounds that came together and were friends for life. I mean, when I got married 15 years ago, my 9 groomsmen were 9 teammates from Shoesmith Little League. We're friends for life. And when I came back home, our summer camp was held here. And every time we came out here, I would tell the kids about what this park meant to us and about what it still means to me. I mean, we were out here playing with the knowledge that we had, which was just basic talent, We didn't have anyone coaching us or showing us how to grip a ball or how to run the bases or anything like that. We just got out here and played. My mom used to have to drag us to the car when the game was over. I'm leaving, I'm serious, I'm leaving. One more, mama, one more, Those were the players, And again, I made it out and got to be a pro, but you better believe some of those guys I mentioned before, some of the kids I played with were just as talented as me, if not better. I just stuck with it and they didn't, and that's why we do what we do, is so that there's no more talent that's lost and wasted. Over here, what's up? Getting ready to play. Man, Aiden, Big Josh, man, Matthew. I'll be fooled by the size, that's my Thundercat. So when I was done playing professional baseball in 2004, came back into the city to see what was going on in the youth baseball world, and I noticed that kids weren't playing as much. So we wanted to build a place for kids to be able to practice and play. We've been talking about it since 2006 when we were doing our outdoor camps about, building a place for these kids to play. And finally in 2013, we raised $100,000 and built the baseball academy on 36th and State Street that allowed kids to play baseball year-round, and not just play baseball, but they got to come together and hang out. This is just a great group of kids, man. They're just getting better every day, every second. They're fun to be around. So this is what we do. It's not even, I don't even consider it a job, you know what I mean? This is a blessing. This whole academy started from a conversation in a garage. I sat down with 100 people who looked at me like I was crazy when I told them I wanted to build an academy. People couldn't even fathom the thought of baseballs being hit in their building because people had just never seen it before on the south side. But here we are. It's been great. I mean, as you look around, we have all these kids from different areas of the city who are just here playing ball.
Luke Gregerson, Major League Baseball player, played with San Diego Padres for 5 years, Oakland Athletics for 1, Houston Astros for 3, and just back with the St. Louis Cardinals now for my first year and back again with them next year. Came out here today at a big baseball facility, working a little pitching drills with the kids, giving back a little bit to the boys. I wish when I was a kid I could have had something like this. Guys would come out and teach us a thing or two and give us some motivation. And and just point us in the right direction. So it's great that Karan Walker and Big Baseball is doing this for these kids, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
I signed at the University of Illinois Chicago to play baseball back in 2015. I played there for 2 years. In 2016, I got drafted by the New York Yankees. Baseball's my life, so you know what? I can't see a better way than spending my off season, being able to, get back to the younger kids in the Chicago area and help them, improve their game.
My little brothers were watching me when I was playing with Big, when they were just like freshmen and 7th and 8th grade when I first started with Big. So they kind of saw me grow up in that arena, and just doing the same thing for the kids today. So I definitely want to see them prosper in every way they can in baseball, and this is an excellent way to start because Mr. Karan just not took it from just a small Park District field, but he expanded that to this great facility we have here today.
We want to give everybody this opportunity to be able to play at a high level, get to experience some of the experiences that we had as kids. I mean, the first time I got in an airplane was to go play baseball. Baseball took me all over the world, and it's going to take some of these kids all over the world too, so that's what we're looking to do.